Hello everyone, my name is Nate. Behind me I have a 2023 Rivian R1T Quad motor all-wheel drive. Today I'm going to be reviewing it. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is a Rivian R1T. Here's what the key fob looks like. Very nice orange color. Also doubles as a carabiner. This color is called Launch Edition Green. I guess it was a limited edition run for some of the very first people to order their Rivians. So currently this car is in off-road mode, so the height's a little bit high. We're going to be running over some potholes here and seeing how it does. If we take a look at the wheels and the tires, these are 20-inch wheels, and they're wrapped in all-terrain Pirellis, and they're 275s. The ride height right now is about 15 inches, and it has about 15 inches of ground clearance as well. So as we move to the front, it has a very nice um, chirp and welcoming light when you have the key fob and you unlock it. These lights, I don't really like them too much, but they kind of grow on you once you have it a little bit. If you look in the tail lights here, there's some small Rivian logos. It's a very clear LED. You can definitely distinguish it as you come down the road. You also have tow hooks below as well, just in case. And there is a front camera as well as a camera above the windshield as well. And so now, if we go ahead and we open the front trunk, we can do it with the key fob. We just have to double press, and it's automatic. Have a Rivian logo up top here, and then tons of trunk space down below here. Have a bunch of cables and stuff for storage right now. It also has a cooler option as well, so you can tailgate and put ice in there. Double click and it'll close the trunk once again. And as we walk around, we can take another look at this Launch Edition green color. Has little speckles in the sun as well. I think probably my favorite portion of this car is the 3/4 angle with this rear tail light. It's very bold. It stands out at night and during the day, as you can see. Just a straight line right across with Rivian and R1T on the lower left. Looks really good. There's also a good amount of storage space in this as well. You can tell that the handles also, they pop out similar to how some of the other EVs on the market are doing as well. So go ahead and lock it and then unlock it so you can see how they open here. Mirrors also fold in. Let's take a look in the interior. This has just the standard black interior. We'll take a look here at the dashboard. Very nice solid materials here, as well as the controls here. The seats are very cushiony, not as soft as other EVs, but soft enough. There's electronic controlled glove box there. Pretty deep storage in there with multiple USB-Cs. And then again, very cushiony, nice wrapped material, as well as looks like titanium Rivian logo embossed in the seat there. These seats also are heated and ventilated, and then you have lumbar controls as well. Door panels, materials feel nice and rugged and good quality as well. So as we hop into the back seat here, good amount of storage space, but I think probably equivalent to probably like a TRD Pro as far as legroom. I think possibly Teslas have a little bit more room in the back seats as well, even in the Model 3. Again, um, the rear seats are heated as well, and you do have a LCD screen in the back where you can control your heated seats and climate. All right, so now we're going to wrap around to the rear. Take a look at the space there. You have a small compartment here. It unlocks on both sides. Very nice. You can fit lots of storage in there. There's lots of options on the website too. If you wanted to add a kitchen set or anything like that, it's easily done right here. You also have more trunk space here. On the other side, like I said, it's like a pass-through. There you go. And you have a pump that you can pump up all 4 tires with in the back there. So as we open the back, we can push one of these buttons here and it'll lower the gate. Unfortunately though, to lift the gate back up, it's not automatic. It is manual. There's another storage area inside of the bed of the trunk as well. You lift this lever here and it'll pull right up. And there is some more space in there. Could probably fit another tire. Another Rivian logo. And there is an air compressor there with that hose that's included on the left side of the truck. So you can air up all of your tires. Have to firmly press down. And like I said, this is not automatic lift gate, so you do have to manually push it up. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and hop in and see how the Rivian does with just some standard potholes. Okay, so let's take a little bit of a drive here. I'm going to put it in reverse. You'll see all the cameras are here. It says I have a max of 20 miles per hour, and that's because I'm in off-road mode. So due to the fact that I'm in off-road mode, it'll put the car in a higher height, and then limit the amount of power and whatnot as well. All right, we'll go forward. It looks like we have another visitor as well. So we'll see how this does. It's not too bad. It's very soft, just like it describes. But it definitely requires an off-road mode like it's in. I'll try to turn around here, and it has a slight slip to it as well. All right, we'll try some normal driving now. And get it out on the road. All right, so we're gonna do some normal driving now. You can kind of see the front end is shifting a little bit. It's readjusting the height for this specific mode, which is called conserve. The conserve mode, it says, is front wheel drive with auto height adjustments for aerodynamic efficiency and range. This is what the front display looks like. So this mode's a little bit slower, but it's going to be able to conserve a lot more range. So let's go ahead and see how this looks. Let me put my belt on here. Put it into drive. And off we go. You'll also be able to see and hear what it sounds like when driving. The regenerative braking on high as well, so I'm actually not using any of the brake. It's stopping all by itself. All right, so let's take a drive in conserve mode and see how this does for us. Regenerative braking as well. So some of my first impressions with this vehicle and driving, it's very smooth. Similar to the Tesla. The seats aren't as comfortable, but it still feels nice. It's definitely more of a rugged type vehicle. I feel like the Teslas are a little bit more flashy. It has the REI type vibe to it. Very nice. I know this one specifically, since it's the R1T Quad all-wheel drive, this one is about $90,000 depending on the features and all that stuff. So it's right up there with, I think, right now where the Tesla Model X would be priced, which is close to around $95,000. Obviously, they're two different cars. One's a truck, the other one's a family SUV with, gull-wing doors. But I think that if you're someone who's more of an outdoorsy type, maybe you bike, hunt, or fish, or have a lot of gear that you want to take somewhere, I think this for sure is the car. Very nice. One thing that I will complain about, which is kind of fiddling around with the software here, is a little bit slower. I tried pairing my phone and it took me multiple tries to even get the correct pairing on it, and that's just for standard Bluetooth. So that is a huge complaint. Obviously the charging system and the infrastructure that's out for Tesla is going to be a lot better. This is a lot newer vehicle still, and they do have a long way to go, unfortunately. But I think overall, for what Rivian is trying to do, I think they're doing a pretty good job, especially competing with someone like Tesla, who honestly is probably the best especially right now, and in this day and age. So I think overall they're doing a pretty decent job. So sitting here in the driver's seat, I think my overall impressions of this vehicle, it's pretty nice. Very nice materials across the board. Very minimalist as well, similar to Tesla. There are a lot of features that are almost the same exact as Tesla, especially here in this front center screen. So this right here is the primary area we'll see for all of our drive modes. There's all-purpose, sport, conserve, snow, off-road towing. Doesn't really need a lot of explanation. This car is 7,100 pounds, just about. Can tow around 11,000 as well. It has adaptive air suspension. You can see here in the corner. It's currently in auto mode, but there's high, there's standard, there's low, and there's lowest. It just adjusts depending on the circumstance. There's also brake regen, which is on high, stability, and ride, which is on soft. It has music controls, similar to the Tesla. There's Spotify on here. There's other engines like Tune Engine, Tidal, things like that. I would not really use any of these except Spotify, to be honest. For your AC controls, very similar to Tesla. If I turn it on here in the corner, you can adjust these vents. You have to drag and it'll show you where the air is going. So for example, those vents right here, if I were to adjust them up here, they will actually move like so. There's also a vent over there, and then one more over here as well. This is pretty self-explanatory as well. Heated and cooled or ventilated seats, as well as a heated steering wheel, which is pretty nice. I know the Tesla Model X and the S just recently got that added into their fleets. If you tap on the car icon here, you can adjust the display brightness of this guy here, as well as cabin lights over here. And then this is just information on the vehicle. And then this also has security cameras similar to the Teslas as well, but this one is called Gear Guard Video. It works very similar. You can lock the car, you can turn on the bed light from the back here, just in case you're working on the back. This car wash mode is pretty interesting, just in case you're taking it into a car wash and you don't want the sensors to be on, you don't want the door handles to come out, you don't want the wipers to be on because it's pretty annoying. Just tap on that, you can go through the car wash. It also has cameras, very nice. Has, I think this has 11 cameras in it, but it has a full surround camera, which is very important, and a front view. So if you're parking in your garage or parking it like in a stall or something, you don't have to worry about hitting the wall because the front is actually pretty long. You kind of see there. And then going back, you just have some other items here. Camping, energy, gear guard we mentioned earlier, settings, owner's manual, stuff like that. Pretty simple. Navigation is probably my biggest gripe for this. It's a little bit slow, so a lot of times I just use my phone because it's not worth typing anything into at all. I will compare this to Tesla's map feature. Tesla's map feature is actually very fast, and it's actually comparable to Apple Maps. You can just type something in really quick, and you're good to go. Now this is a gauge cluster, so when driving, it has an auto hold mode, so all you have to do is just take your foot off the accelerator and it'll go and stop for you. So these are some of my thoughts on the Rivian R1T. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is my first review video that I've put out. Hopefully I'll be doing more and getting better. Leave some comments down below on what you think I could improve on or what you want to see. Thanks for watching.